Hi friends!
Hello!
So, today we are finally here to bring you episode 0 of our Tamora Pierce thing.
In which we shall guide you in all things Tamora Pierce and also give you a preview of what videos we are going to be releasing in order to A. Get everybody involved with Tamora Pierce if they want to, and give everyone that reading list that everybody really was sort of anxious on the comments, and finally prepare for the release of Tempest and Slaughter, which is going to be the newest book in one of Tamora Pierce's main worlds, right? And so she has two, basically, she has two universes basically, and we just wanted to give you the breakdown of how we are going to be introducing that to everybody and moving forward. So first universe that we're going to start out with is not going to be the same universe as Tempest and Slaughter. It is in the world where the country of Emelan is called.
I think it's country.
And the way we're going to do this on the channel is that it's going to be in chronological order. And by chronological, we mean the actual events of the stories and not so much the publication order, because when stories like this tend to get like overextended, you've got your prequels and they happen sort of a difference. So for anybody who wants to know what actually happened in order, this is what we're going to do it. Secondly, every video is going to have character spotlights. So there are 4 main characters in this thing, we'll get to them in just a bit, and each and every single video will tackle one series and then one character, even if technically all the series is mostly deal with all 4 of them, right? And so lastly, this is not a reading schedule, so there's no pressure from anybody to kind of, oh my gosh, they're going to be releasing that one video, I have to read all 4. Totally not the goal, because
you can always go back and watch it.
You can always go back and watch it.
Watch it the week that it comes out, even though we would love that.
Because this is just totally just a labor of love. I mean, we just love the series so much.
Plus, we're trying not to be too spoilery. If we do go into spoilers in the videos, we will definitely say it. But our goal is to get more people interested in the books, more people talking about them, especially because a lot of these books came out years ago.
Like one of her first books came out in 1983.
I wasn't even born yet. So, it's our way of celebrating all of the stuff she's had prior to now, as well as, discussing it with people who also love it as much as we do, and inviting new people into the fandom.
Agreed. Okay, so without further ado, November 7, that's right, November 7, we start with the Circle of Magic Quartet. In this order, the Circle of Magic Quartet starts with Sandry's book, Triss's book, Daja's book, and then Briar's book. So it follows the lives of 4 young mages, probably at the age of 11 and 12. And in that series, in that video, we will summarize the whole series. It comes out on November 7th. Sorry, the character spotlight will be on Sandry.
Yeah.
So she's a young girl.
We don't have to talk about it.
Living in a lonely world. No, I'm kidding.
On November 14th, which is the week after, we will be focusing on the next series set in that world, and that series is The Circle Opens. And the books in order are Magic Steps, Street Magic, Cold Fire, and Shatterglass. And the character we will be spotlighting is Triss.
Tristana Chandler, long hair, ginger, totally awesome. Like Tammy. Anyway, November 21 is the Circle Reforged. I want to say part 1 because the 2 books that we'll be discussing is going to be set right after the events of the Circle Opens, but the publication order isn't really so much that. Meaning there was a book that was set well after the events of these 2 books. And so there's some continuity issues that we're going to want to talk about. There are going to be some things in there that we're like, they're not going to find these in the Circle Reforged books that came afterwards timeline-wise, but publication-wise obviously came ahead. And our character spotlight for that day would be Briar.
And the last video that we'll be doing for the Emelan series is on November 28th, and it is for 1 book, and that book is The Will of the Empress, which brings all of our 4 characters back together.
This is going to be the spoileriest of all of our videos, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And this one will have the character spotlight for Daja, which I'm very excited about.
It makes her the queen of all them spoilery things. Lots and lots of love for these 4 mages. So
we love them.
Sandry, Triss, Briar, and Daja are like family to us.
Okay, so the other world that Tamora Pierce has is Tortal, which a lot more people I feel are familiar with. There are a couple of series and different characters in this one as well. And what we are doing is we are going to follow the timeline because it was sort of published in order. There's really only one series that kind of goes throwback style.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go. So if Emelan we did in chronological order, story wise, here we're gonna go publication order wise because it's actually okay.
Yeah, totally.
In that the minute you have the most recent events happen, the prequel started coming in, and since Tempest and Slaughter is also kind of a prequel, it's almost like the prequels are moving forward now too.
Which is pretty cool.
So that's fine.
Yeah, and for this one, we are not just doing a character spotlight, we are doing career spotlights.
Because there's
what do you want to be in Turtle?
That's true though, and we're gonna make it sort of like documentary wise, where if you're gonna be, it's gonna be, obviously the career is gonna be tied to the exact character that we are.
It's gonna be really fun, guys. So for this one, we are taking a very long break in between Emelan and Turtle.
That's right.
We are actually gonna start the Turtle part in January, very first thing.
6 weeks too.
So January 2nd is the first video, and it's gonna be for Song of the Lioness, which, oh my gosh, I love that series, clearly. And it's all about Alana, and the books in it are Alana the First Adventure, In the Hand of the Goddess, The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, and Lioness Rampant.
Frickin' Rampant. That they should rename that book to Lioness Frickin' Rampant, because the amount of badassery in that book by a ginger. Hey, redheads are cool.
Yes, we know that.
That should be a thing.
Alright.
Is magnificent. Okay, January 9th is the Immortals series, and starring Dane. Again, this is our lead in to Tempest and Slaughter because our good character, Numir Salmalin, appears here, starts there. There are 4 books in the Immortals quartet.
Notice the pattern here.
Yeah. Wild Magic, Wolf Speaker, Emperor Mage, and the Realms of the Gods. In the Realms of the Gods. And so, super fun, and obviously our character spotlight will be on Dane and her career in total.
And then on the 16th of January, we have the Protector of the Small Quartet, and the spotlight is going to be on main character Kel.
Who is the first girl who can officially train as a knight.
Yes, basically. The books are First Test, Page, Squire, and Lady Knight.
And then on the, my favorite, January. Sorry, she is totally my favorite.
She is. He's biased, but you know.
January 23, we will discuss the Trickster's duology, starring Allie, a girl named Allie. So those of you who watched our Comic-Con haul, we described her as such, a girl named. This is a story about a girl named Allie, as though the scope and scale of what she has actually accomplished in her short lifetime.
She is a girl named Allie.
She is totally a girl named Allie of the Crooked Eye. And the books are Trickster's Choice and Trickster's Queen, and aptly titled so.
On January 30th, we are going to do the Provost's Dog series, and this is the sort of prequel-y series
totally prequel-y. It's set about a few hundred years before the events of Alana.
And it's going to focus on a character named Becca.
Becca? Yeah, Becca. We'll just call her.
I'm just call her Becca.
Girl named Becca.
I'm gonna call her Becca. There's a reason why.
There's totally a reason. We don't want to spoil it.
Anyway, the books in that series are Terrier, Bloodhound, and Mastiff.
And so that's Becca. Then on February 6th are all of the other extra books that were sort of written in and around the Turtle series. So we have Turtle,
Turtle and Other Lands.
Turtle and Other Lands, like a collection of short stories set in and around Turtle. And then of course what recently came out just this month, I want to say, or
it's coming out today, actually.
Coming out today! Coming out today as the video comes out is Turtle, A Spy's Guide, written by spoilers.
That's basically all you get
That's basically all you get to know and you get to say. And so, because the very week after February...
No, the day that February 6th video comes out is the day Tempest and Slaughter is out in the
day
world.
February 6th is the Tempest and Slaughter.
Let me repeat that. On February 6th, we are reading, as Mackie said, the other stories set in Turtle, but it is also the day that Tempest and Slaughter is out in the world, which is very exciting. So yeah, that's basically the schedule of when you will see videos from us about all of these books and all of these series and all of this stuff. However, again, no need to panic. You don't have to read it by the time you get to the video. When we get spoilery, we will mention that. We just want to encourage you to join us. That way you have some sort of idea.
Yeah,
maybe.
And we're going to print like the reading order below. So it's going to be Emelan and then reading order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
So it'll be fun for me because some of it will be my first time as well. And it's just fun to get to celebrate an author that we love so much, especially after meeting her and loving her even more. Also, other things, there will also be a giveaway at some point. I think we're doing one for Emelan and one for Turtle, so
yes.
Be excited about that.
So,
and yeah.
It's gonna be giveaways.
Hope you guys join us. We will see you guys for another video soon. Bye!